A long, long time ago, in a far, far away place called Blackistan, there were wars, and these conflicts were called the Blackistan Wars. And throughout these wars, there arose a man of royal lineage, and his name was BenjaminDeSouza. He brought forth a sword that will shine light in darkness, free the captive minds, and bring truth and justice. His eyes glimmered like ember. His skin was like fine burnished steel. And as he walked, behind him he left a glistening wake. This is the story of BenjaminDeSouza, the prince and the warlord. Yo, what's happening? It's BenjaminDeSouza here. The prince, back with another classic. This is just a follow-up on O'Shea Duke Jackson's stream. Should black folks go to a dictatorship? Some to that effect. He took the stream down as soon as it was over with. And you might want to hit him up on Patreon if you want to watch the replay. There's a few things. Well, first, I do agree that there should be a dictatorship. Yes and no. I agree and disagree with it. Here's what I mean. I don't believe that going forward there should be a single dictatorship, but I do agree that there should be a ruling class. You know, over here at the patriarchal ruling class of international Negroes of conquest, we do believe in a ruling class because as far as it stands right now, the vast majority of people who are in the black community are unproductive and really not astute enough to make very important communal decisions that can affect everybody. You know, I don't think that the thoughts, the opinions of the most productive among us, or the most intelligent among us, are on par with the least productive and the most least intelligent among us. You know? I do believe that there should be some sort of a communal electoral college type of system, you know, because not everybody's smart enough, to be perfectly honest with you. Now, I came into the stream late and I seen two old Negroes, Q and OJ Speed, doing what they do. Old niggas splaining. Now, I don't have a problem with older gentlemen per se, but I do have a problem with them when they try to get us millennials and the younger cohort, the zillennials, to walk down the same dusty toe up road they went down. Because from what I've seen, and I've seen this recently, this guy, Black Uru, he's a coward. He's a coward. He's a defeated old dog with a weak bark and no teeth. If you ask him, oh, there ain't nothing that you can do about black female fuckery. These women can just do whatever they want to do unabated. And he's weak. He's weak. Old niggas like that, I don't want to hear it from you. I really don't. I don't want to hear from you motherfuckers trying to tell us where this shit is going to go from here. What you old niggas are going to do, you're going to sit down, shut the fuck up, and we're going to tell you where we're going to take this shit. That's how that's gonna go. If you don't like it, so what? Fuck you. And I could really get off into the weeds to um, as to why the millennial cohort are what they are. You know what I mean? I can get off into that. I can get off into how the baby boomers and the Gen Xers basically walked into just a Goldilocks zone of an economic boom at the time. And then by the time the mid 70s and the 80s came about, you could buy, the dollar was at its highest. And you couldn't throw a rock without hitting a high paying factory job. You know what I mean? So you got work out the ass. The dollar's at its strongest, and you know you can buy, you back in the day, you could buy in the '80s and shit. The house that I grew up in was $30,000, 4 bedroom, two bath, $30,000. That same house today easily will go for 150,000. So when you got a generational cohort of people who basically had the world at their, as their oyster, as far as the economy and all these other privileges and rights and whatnot that was afforded to them, a lot of them didn't pass shit down, you know. And TBA speaks about this. He says, a lot of millennials and whatnot, our parents squandered our wealth for the most part. You know, they spent it on snakeskin boots and Cadillacs and all kind of other frivolous shit. I mean, so you know, a lot of the older generation, y'all just lazy. Y'all ain't got, man. First of all, the dollar ain't what it is today. What it was back in your day when you made your bones. It's easy to talk shit now that you got shit set up like you like it. Shit set up where you, but if you were starting from where we're starting from today, you'd see things a lot differently. You know what I mean? Back in your day, rent for a 2 bedroom was what, 150, $200. Gas was what, 60 cents a gallon. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Now gas in some parts, in recent history has been up damn near $5. Rent for $200? Are you kidding me? You trying to get a studio in the slums? Get the fuck out of here. Hell no. So I mean, we're facing different things. For one, the landscape of the country is a lot different for us than it was for Gen Xers and baby boomers on a whole bunch of fronts, social, economic, you name it. So with that said, we're gonna have to steer this ship with actual men who grew up in this landscape and who has a more on the ground perspective. Because no offense to you older fellas, but y'all gonna get the fuck out the way. Y'all gonna get the fuck out the way. Because I believe it was Huey Freeman off the Boondocks who said it best when he was critiquing his granddad. He was critiquing granddad. He said, "You sure you did all that? Because it seems that a lot of people from your generation are taking credit for the things that a few did. If you let these old niggas get to talking, they'll tell you that shit. They marched on Washington. They was there at the Martin Luther King I Got a Dream speech. They was there at Selma. Shit, they fucking helped Harriet Tubman with the Underground Railroad and shit. They was there at the Civil War. You let them niggas tell it, man. It's like, you know what? No, stop. Sit your old ass down. Then of course you got fellas like J Speed. Well, ain't no other group of men's gonna respect you if you can't even get your woman's under control. Let me tell you something. And this is these weak old niggas who got daughters and who see that they didn't raise their daughters up to be little entitled bitches. Let me tell y'all something. I'm not putting up with the shit from your daughter. If you raised an highly entitled, solipsistic, harpy bitch of a daughter, that's on you. That's on you. I'm not putting up with it. Now there's a passage in the Apocrypha, and I believe the patriarch Abraham went to go see his son Ishmael, right? He pulled up to Ishmael's tent, and he overheard Ishmael's wife inside the tent mistreating and talking bad to his children. Ishmael wasn't there. Ishmael's wife came out, and he told his wife, he said, "Hey, look, I came here to see Ishmael. Relay this message to him. And the message went something like this: remove this tent nail. It is no good. Replace it with another." He left. Ishmael came home. His wife relayed the message that his father had gave to him through his wife. Ishmael then understood that the tent nail was a metaphor for his wife, that woman was no good, and that woman couldn't hold down the tent. She was a defective tent nail, so he replaced her. So if you old ass, weak ass niggas from the baby boomer cohort and the Gen X cohort, if you raised defective tent nails for daughters, we're going to replace them. We're not negotiating with you. We're not negotiating with your daughters. This is not up for negotiation. We're going to tell you how this shit is going to go from here on out. And you old motherfuckers going to sit down and shut the fuck up. Now, if we come to you for advice, as in financial, or advice in other arenas, then okay, all right. But as far as directionally where this shit's gonna go, you have no say. You have no say. You had your turn. Your day has come and gone. But yeah, that's all I got. Get up on that.